Well, good morning, everyone. It's Sunday, March 29th, if I'm correct. And it's a little cool morning out here in Midlothian. I'm outside in the backyard. Me and our dog, which we still have. We got him maybe about a month ago. His name is Jerry. Let me get you a little view of him. Okay. So anyways, I've been off social media now for it's almost a couple weeks. Tomorrow will make it a couple weeks. But I've been wanting to get on here to share something with all of you that are at home, that you can't really go to work, or you're working from home, or you're stuck at home, or whatever it is that's going on. We are in a time of just kind of lockdown, to where we're only really needing to go to the grocery store if we need items, if we need to get gas, if you need medical stuff. It's really a time for just being at home, just being with your family. But I believe I have something today that's going to help you in this time to get through it. But before I share that with you, I want to let you know that last year, my family and I, we took a sabbatical. Some of you know, some of you may not know, but now you know. And we took our RV out to Willis, Texas. First of all, I have no video equipment with me right now or anything like that. No stand. I'm just using my hand to hold my phone and talk to you. So if I'm a little wobbly, then that's why. But we moved to Willis, Texas back in January of last year, and we took a sabbatical. And what brought us to that was just needing some time off from full-time ministry. Things are really busy, and we prayed about it for some time. We thought it was a right decision to make, and you know what? It really was. I look back on the year and how fast it went by, and so many things that we did last year. It was such a good time for my family and I. But I had stepped down from my full-time position as the intercessor for Generals International, which is the ministry of Mike and Cindy Jacobs. And I stepped down from that. I was working with them for about 3 years. And also at the church that we were serving at, I was a part of their prophetic council. And also I served on their team as I would help them with their online campus, and I was there weekly doing that almost every Sunday, and went on a mission trip and stuff like that with them. We were serving there. My wife was part of their cafe team, and also part of their count team on a Sunday morning. But we stepped down. It wasn't every Sunday morning, by the way. But anyways, we stepped down from all of that responsibility, all of the things that we were a part of, and everything, and we just took some time off as a family, and we moved to Willis, which was definitely the Lord, the way that happened. I remember us driving home from Thanksgiving holiday. We were visiting my folks in Houston, and we were driving. That was a bug. So we were driving back home to Dallas, and we saw this RV park right off of 45. It's right past Conroe. It's on the right side, and we saw it. And so I pointed it out to Kristen, and she began to look it up and call it and everything, ask for information, and then we decided, you know what, that's where we're gonna be, and the Lord opened it up for us to be there. And we were there, and the Lord provided for us as we were there. And it's crazy, is as I stepped down from my full-time ministry position, the Lord just really I guess propelled Kristen in her business, and things began to be really good for her, and God began to bless her business. And um, we began to enjoy our time off. And so, what the main thing, what I want to get to this morning is what to do in this time of being off. And so, while we were off, like we had to be around each other. I mean, we lived in an RV, 4 people in an RV. It's 2 adults and 2 kids. If we can do it, anybody can do it. But during that time, like for me, I'm a very, very scheduled person to where, I'm very structured, I'm very organized, and to where I had to let go of all that. And I began to adjust to my family's schedule. And I began to adjust to what they were doing. And I began to become a part of their daily schedule. And so I began to help with homeschool. I began just to help with more stuff around the house, and just doing more things that I could do as I was there with the time off and everything that I had. That honestly, I prayed for that time off. I prayed and I asked the Lord, help me to be locked away with you and my family locked away with you, and I asked the Lord to provide the finances, because I wanted to be locked away with Him and not so worried about what else is going on in ministry or any of that stuff. And you know what? The Lord provided. He provided that and more. So this is the time to where we are locked away in our homes with our families and we have nowhere to go. And I'm very big on obeying the laws of the land. And what they're asking us to do, I'm gonna do it, because there's honor in that, there's blessing in that. And I know by us just staying away from some things and not, I enjoy being around. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy going to the stores. I enjoy going to church. But you know what? We can't do all of that right now. And so I'm taking advantage of this time, and I ask that you take advantage of this time to really work on yourself. One of the things that I did last year was I began to see the weaknesses that I needed to strengthen in my life. I began to confront areas in my life that I just needed to develop. I needed to change. I needed to address in my own life. So take this time to address some things in your life. Take this time to work on yourself, because you know what? Nobody is perfect. Regardless of who you are, who you think you are, there's still things in your life that you need to address. One of the things that I've always struggled with is just confrontation and just confronting things and confronting matters. And even though I've worked in pastoral ministry for a long time, you're put in that place to where you have to confront issues, you have to confront people. And so, but one of the hardest things for me was confronting loved ones. And this is an area to where I know I needed to really address in my life, because the Lord He's wanting to move me into some things where I'm gonna have to confront some hard situations with some people that I really love. And so it started one by one. And so first of all, we're in an RV. We were in an RV during that time. Thank the Lord that we're in a house now, and He has provided a house for us in Midlothian, Texas, and we still have the RV. It's there. We're not in it, thank the Lord. But when you're in an RV, you can't run away from anything. You can't run away from anyone. So Kristen and I, we began to confront just things inside us that we needed to confront. Not that we have a horrible marriage or anything like that, but sometimes we get things bottled up, and we build it up on the inside, and we just need to let it go. And it was just small things that we were needing to talk about. So in this time and in this season that you're in, spouses, I'm speaking to spouses right now, there are things that you guys really need to address in your marriage. And now is the time that the Lord has given to you to address these things in your marriage. There's things, wives, that you've been needing to talk to your husband about, but he hasn't been there because he's been out at work. husbands, there's some things that you've been needing to talk to your wife about, because either she's been at work or you've been at work and you have not been able to sit there and talk to your spouse about. Now is the time for this sabbatical or rest, that whatever it is that we're on, to talk to your spouses. Talk about your marriage. Talk about just things that you need to talk about. Dream with your spouse. Ask your spouse, how's everything going? What's going on in your heart? What are you wanting to see happen within the next few years? What are you wanting to do? What do you want to accomplish? My wife, she works from home, and so I have the opportunity to where I can help her. I can help her with packages that she needs to mail, or just different things. Ask her how her team is doing. Ask her just different things that she needs help with her business. And so that's just one of the things that... Go ahead, get your shoes on. My son just came outside. No shoes. It's cold. Yeah. And so spouses, once again, talk to your spouse. Ask them what's going on in their heart. What's been their struggles? What do they want to develop? What do they want to see happen in their marriage? What are they happy? Just these are some hard questions, but you have the time to do it. Also, if you're a parent, if you're a father, I want to talk to all the fathers right now. Please pay attention to this. Your kid, your son, the dog is just running by with need to make sure it wasn't a snake, it was just a stick. Your kids need you now more than ever. Do not avoid them. Do not avoid your kids at this time. Do not find things just for them to do so they'll leave you alone. You need to be a parent. You need to be a father in this time. One of the things that, I realized in my time off last year was how I was so consumed with ministry and working ministry and wanting to preach and all these different things, and not that my kids were completely neglected, but there were some things that I was just missing. I was missing the emotional aspect of things, to where my boys were needing me in that time, and they were needing me to be more emotionally involved in their lives, and I was to a certain extent. But as I had that time off, I began to realize, man, my kids, right now they're 8 and they're 5, but this is a crucial time for them, to where they need their father. So if you're a dad out there, surround your kid with love, whether it's a boy, whether it's a girl. Right now, like what I've been doing, my kids, they like video games, so we'll play video games together. It's more than I want to play. I don't really like playing a whole lot of video games. I don't. I know there's other males out there that they do, and it's a downtime for them, but you know what? I don't enjoy playing video games that much, but my kids do. So I go and I play video games with them. We've also been running outside, and we've been playing tag. We've been just doing different things outside, to where come here, Jerry. We have an issue right now. Jerry, this is the issue. Hey, why don't you go back in for a little bit? Why? And so, fathers, you need to really spend some time with your kids. Like my dog is attacking my son right now.
Stop. There. Stop.
So.
Stop, Jerry.
We have a situation right now. Jerry. So spend some time with your kids. Get involved in their lives. Be with them. Play hide and seek. Go outside. Take them outside. Do things with them that's going to help them. I'm probably going to get back on here to do a part 2. Because I have to go help my son that's being attacked by our puppy right now. But if this has helped you, please share. Please leave a comment. The main thing that I'm trying to speak to you this morning is take advantage of this time to work on yourself, to be involved, to be invested with your family, to be in their lives. Seek God. Don't give in to the fear right now. Seek God. Trust God. I pray this blesses you. Like I was saying, I'm going to try to be back on later at some point today to finish up where I left off. God bless you and enjoy your Sunday.